Hi everybody, Dr. Susan here again today, just to bring you another video. This one's on the top, about 4 or 5 supplements that I recommend in the attack of a virus and for overall health. We had our webinar Sunday, which we mentioned vitamin C and vitamin D, and that's not what I'm going to tell you about. So I'm going to tell you more about, I guess, herbs or fruits or foods that can bring you and have been proven to bring good immune health. Elderberry is my favorite. So I've been taking elderberry since I was a child. My mother was very advanced in this because we were taking echinacea and elderberry as kids in place of medicine. So elderberry has always been our go-to. It's a go-to in my house. When my kids get sick to this day, and they're in their 20s now, they go to the refrigerator and get the elderberry. It's always in my refrigerator. We always have it just in case somebody starts to not feel well. The first thing they do is take elderberry. So elderberry is very important. Also lemon water. I wasn't going to mention that, but just thinking, that's what my kids do. They take elderberry and lemon water. So elderberry you can get online in a supplement. You just want to make sure there are no additives in it or sugar added. You want just pure organic elderberry. I guess about a week or so ago, I was in Florida with my parents, and I had no elderberry, and my mom makes her own up on their mountain up in upstate New York. She has her own elderberry plants and makes her own tincture, but she didn't have any left either. So we went to the health food store, and they had organic elderberries. So we just bought a bunch of them, 4 or 5 ounces. We just put them in a mason jar. There's a couple different fillers that you can use to fill the mason jar up. My mom uses vodka, so I don't know if it's the vodka or the elderberry, I'm just kidding, that kills off whatever you're experiencing, but we fill it with vodka and then we leave it in there. Some people use honey. I watch my sugar intake. Vodka I know also turns to sugar in the body unless you get Kettle One, which is a keto type of vodka. So, but you can make your own elderberry, or you can simply, I've sent it to patients in the past week like crazy, and they've actually limited the bottles that we're allowed to buy as practitioners, but I've sent them bottles of them, not that they needed it, but I said in case anybody in your family starts to not feel well, have them immediately start taking elderberry. So elderberry has been proven, researched for years. I mean, this research is so old. Like I said, it's from when I was a kid, where it stops the virus and it stops it from going into the cell, but also stops the replication of it. So I used elderberry. I had the swine flu in 2009, and all I used was elderberry, lemon water, and sleep. And it took a week for me to get over it, but I did get over it. So it's amazing. Usually after a day or two, you'll start feeling better after taking the elderberry, but at that point you have to keep taking it, because that's where people go wrong. They start to feel better. They haven't completely killed the virus off, so the virus is still left in their body, and it starts to replicate and duplicate in their body, and then they will not feel well again. So just be careful with that. Elderberry is great for kids. It can't hurt anybody. It's just it's a fruit. It's a berry. So it could be used for kids. If you want to know dosing amounts, just call our office, and I'll be happy to share that with you. 678-335-4925. Or if you have any other questions about any of these supplements I'm going to go over, feel free to call our office. I offered I don't remember which video. I've been making so many videos this past 2 days. I'm offering free 10-minute consultations on the phone. So if you have questions, scares, concerns, fear, call me, and we'll talk about it, and I'll give you all the information, and anybody who knows me knows it's the truth. It's well researched, and it will be just exactly what you need to hear. So so there's studies on elderberry. It's my number one recommended supplement when there's a virus. So even the common flu, if you just get, that's funny because we're like so worried about flu and everything. Now it's just the common flu. But if you're worrying about the flu, same thing, elderberry. A lot of what I'm saying here can help in this time, what we're going through with this pandemic and this new virus that's come up. But it works for old viruses too. It works for the regular flu or a cold. It's, if it's a virus, it works. So, and it's amazing because sometimes if you go to the doctor, in times you'll go and you don't feel good, and they'll give you an antibiotic, which so many people, especially you who are watching my video, know that an antibiotic is not good if it is a virus. It's only good for something that's bacterial. So I always say try elderberry first before you go to the doctor to get an antibiotic. The second thing is echinacea. That's the other thing. My mom always knew, and we took it back in the 1980s. We took echinacea all the time. So again, if you feel like you're coming down on something, and even now if you're not sure if it's the regular flu, it's this crazy virus, or maybe it's just allergies, you just want to boost up your immune system, you want to take echinacea. So echinacea is from the daisy family of flowering plants, and studies also show that it maintains and improves immune function. So it's really important. Almost everybody has heard of it, but maybe you didn't know how to take it. So echinacea is the second one. And on both elderberry and echinacea, they both have research showing they improve respiratory symptoms or flu-like symptoms. So you want to definitely have these two kind of in your medicine cabinet, or what I call my medicine cabinet. There's no medicine in my medicine cabinet, but there's definitely elderberry and it's definitely echinacea. The third one is astragalus root. So astragalus root is a Chinese herb, and it helps reduce inflammation and also reinforces the pulmonary airways. So that's the third one. It's all pulmonary, so that's amazing. So astragalus root, echinacea, and elderberry, all amazing for pulmonary airways and helping respiratory function. Ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C or vitamin D, we talked about them all the other night, so most people know these. In fact, though, vitamin C is getting very hard to get. You can't get it. I have a friend in Michigan who has a huge supplement company, and he's out of vitamin C, and his suppliers are out of vitamin C. So that was the go-to when this all started. So it's kind of hard in today's day to get vitamin C, believe it or not. But vitamin C or vitamin D is also amazing and essential for the immune system. And the fifth one is zinc. So zinc is essential also for immunity. It helps reduce infection. It supports the white blood cells. So our white blood cells are our army, or our when an invader comes in, our immune system fights off that invader, and zinc will help support that effort. And so you want to make sure that your body is protected. So you want to boost your immune system and support your white blood cells. Zinc will do that. It's also great for gut health, and we always talk about 80% of immunity is in the gut. So to reinforce that gut health and reinforce immunity and reinforce and support white blood cells, zinc is an excellent supplement. So that's my 5. You got a whole bunch the other night also from Dr. Tedder who talked, but again, mostly vitamin C, vitamin D, any of that. Of course, go out in the sun so you can naturally get vitamin D. That's the best. The other thing about vitamin D I do want to say, most people don't know this, it has to be taken with a fat source. So when you take your vitamin D, first of all, it should be taken first thing in the morning, so like before the sun rises, if that's possible, to just follow our body's natural rhythm. So you want to take vitamin D in the morning, and you want to take it with a fat source. So maybe something like nut butter, or if you happen to drink like bulletproof coffee or MCT oil, that's a great time to take vitamin D because it's a fat-soluble vitamin and it'll be absorbed better, and it's critically important to do it that way. So I have many patients who take a ton of vitamin D, and they're shocked when I test the levels and they're deficient. One other thing I want to say, because most people seeing this are my patients and have done blood work with me. If I've done your blood work, if you don't have the report anymore and you want to know, give us a call, and we will. I have everybody's reports in my computer. We can look for immune health, vitamin D levels. It was all tested. C-reactive protein, inflammation. I test all of that, on an everyday basis. So if you need to know where your levels were, please just give us a call. If you don't have the report anymore, we'll be happy to call you back and let you know the numbers, okay? So it's important in this time where our immune health is, where it is for you, how you can improve it, and that's what these next few videos are going to be about, okay? So I hope that helped, and I hope you're all doing well.